What's going on, fight fans? Y'all know what time it is. It's about time with Rashawn. It's about time boxing, aka Mr. Trill 100 Mil. We in the building. Before I get into it, I just want to say thank you to everybody who has been watching my videos, and I want to say thank you to everybody who has subscribed to my channel thus far. I consider y'all my About Time family and my Trill 100 Mil gang. You know what I'm saying? We working. Like I say, you know, I'm not new to the fight game, but you know, I'm new to the YouTube channel stuff. So, you know, just hang in there with me, and I promise to always do the necessary research, you know, to give y'all the, you know, the best content, you know, that I can possibly give y'all. All right, let's jump into it. JARON Ennis. JARON Ennis. Now, he did an interview with Brian Custer from Showtime, and Brian Custer asked him, he said, who do you think is the best at 147? And JARON Ennis said, I'm the best. I think I'm the best at 147. And y'all can go back and look at this video. Now, if you look at Brian Custer's face and you look at the expression that he had, like he was like kind of shocked that Boots Ennis would say that he was the best at 147. And not mention Ugas or Crawford or Spence, you know, or Pacquiao, you know what I mean? Or, you know, Keith Thurman, you know, Danny Garcia, you know, Showtime Sean Porter, any of the other welterweights, okay? And Brian Custer said, man, but you got so many. Boots said, listen, I can do it all. He said, I got the skills. I got all the tools and the skills. I can do it all. There's nothing that I cannot do in the ring. And I don't know how many of y'all has been following his career, but if y'all been watching him, listen, JARON Boots Ennis is one of the best switch hitters in the game. I'm telling you, he can damage you from either side. And if y'all don't know, he called himself Mr. Catch Your Body. He hit you with that body shot and had you grunting like Rick Ross. You get hit with that boom and you know what I mean? Knock the wind out of you. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, Brian Custer just, you know, kind of, you know, I guess he must have felt like that, you know, JARON Ennis was supposed to say Terrence Crawford or, you know, and that's not taking nothing away from them guys because, you know, they champions, and of course they, you know, they've faced, you know, elite opposition. And that's another thing. JARON Ennis has, you know, at least people are trying to say that he has yet to face elite opposition. But me, I beg to differ. Somebody made a comment and said that, oh, his opposition is weak. Oh, that's why he's been looking good. He's 26-0 with 24 knockouts. Okay? When Raul Marquez and Steve Farhood came to Philadelphia at a non-televised show to watch JARON Ennis fight, Steve Farhood told Raul Marquez, he said, listen, this Ennis kid is special. And Raul Marquez was impressed with the fight that he saw, but he said, you know, as he continued to fight, once he started fighting on TV, you know, because under the lights, it's a whole different situation. But JARON Ennis was born for the lights, man. Just like Floyd. He was born for the lights. And he couldn't wait to get the opportunity to perform on TV, to showcase. He wanted the world to see his talent. And Showtime loves him. So ever since he's been, you know, fighting on television, look at the wins that he's been getting. I remember, was it 2015, 2016? I did an interview with JARON Ennis. And I'm gonna try to dig into some old stuff and find it, and I'm gonna try to post it, you know, so y'all can see the interview I did. At that time, he was 7-0, you know, with he was 7-0 with 6 knockouts. So now he's fighting Thomas Delorme December 19th on Showtime. And now they saying that Delorme, you know, is, you know, and Thomas Delorme, you know, he's been in some tough, he's fought some people. He's not, you know, he's not what you would consider to be, you know, low-level opposition. But see, the thing is this here. If anybody has been listening to the color commentary since JARON started fighting on TV, everybody that he's faced They always said that that was supposed to be his biggest test. And he made them look like they didn't belong in the ring with him. And then every time he would fight again, like, no, this guy right here, he's never faced nobody like this guy. And it was two of his opponents that, you know, they've never been stopped or knocked out. And he knocked both of them out. He knocked both of them out. So, I mean, you know, when people make the statement saying, "Oh, his opposition, you know, his opponent's always been weak," to me, that's just a confirmation that y'all confirming that he belongs in the ring with elite opposition, with top level opponents. That means he's supposed to be in the ring with the Danny Garcias, the Terrence Crawfords, and the Shawn Porters. And Shawn Porter made it clear that he didn't want no part of JARON Ennis. And so did Robert the Ghost Guerrero. His father said, listen, hey, we respect what y'all doing, but we trying to stay away from JARON. We trying to stay away from him. So now the question comes up. Is JARON Ennis becoming the new boogeyman of the welterweight division? Is he? Think about it. People are going to come up with all kinds of excuses. High risk, low reward. His promotion, the people that he with, even though Cameron Duncan is not a nobody in the fight game. And he has guided the career of over 30 world champions, and he was a top guy, a top matchmaker and top rank. So Cameron Duncan is not a nobody. It's kind of like Al Heyman. You hear the name, but you hardly ever see the face. So, for those who doubt the skill set of JARON Ennis, you got to go back and watch his fights. Listen to the commentators. Everybody that he got in there with was supposed to be his biggest test, and he made it look easy. And that right there is a credit to his dedication to his craft and how hard he trains. He's not playing. He's taking this serious. So what's going to happen when he becomes a mandatory for one of the champions' belts? What's going to happen? Are they going to fight him? Or are they going to choose to drop the belt to avoid fighting him? Because that's what Lomachenko did with Devin Haney. He opted to drop the belt rather than to fight Devin Haney, and Devin Haney was his mandatory. But now everybody talking about Devin Haney like, oh, you won the belt over the phone, or you won it through a fax and all that stuff. It wasn't his fault. And Devin Haney hasn't been shy about calling out big names. He won. You see what I'm saying? You got guys like that who are truly dedicated to their craft, and they want to prove that they belong with the elite. How are they going to get the opportunity if nobody gives it to them? So what's going to happen after he defeats Thomas Delorme? Because he's going to beat Thomas Delorme. He's going to beat him. And he may even stop him inside 8 rounds. He might stop Thomas Delorme. So when he stopped Thomas Delorme, what y'all going to say? Oh, well, Delorme was washed up now. He wasn't really a test for him. So how many excuses are people going to, keep coming up with, to try to slight JARON Ennis and saying that his title shot is long overdue. Long overdue. I don't care what nobody say, his title shot is long overdue. He's doing what he's supposed to do with the opposition that they putting in front of him. It's just like when Larry Merchant interviewed Floyd Mayweather at his mansion, and he asked Floyd about fighting the big fights. Floyd said, it's not that I'm not going to fight the big fights. He said, and at the time, you had guys like Winky Wright, Oscar De La Hoya, Shane Mosley. You had all these guys, Ike Cortez, you had all these guys. He said, look, I can't make these guys fight. If the top guys don't want to fight me, he said, then I got to fight the guys underneath them. And if the guys underneath them don't want to fight me, then I got to fight the guys underneath them. He said, I got a job to do. I got to stay busy. I can't just sit on the side and wait for these guys to decide they want to fight me. He said, I got to stay busy. And that's what JARON Ennis has been trying to do. You have people who have backed out of fights because they knew what they was in for if they would have stepped in the ring with him. They knew it. You got a lot of people when they say, oh, you want to fight this JARON Ennis kid? Like Teddy Riley, you know what I mean, with the rump shaker, they said, nah. Like, no, they don't want to fight him. So is JARON Ennis the new boogeyman of the welterweight division? Something to think about. Is JARON Ennis being ducked? Is the top level opposition of the welterweight division running from JARON Ennis? Has JARON Ennis become the new boogeyman of the welterweight division?